6,000 people, 6,000 people. If I can get 6,000 likes on this video, that'll mean a lot. A Jewish child causes more than 6,000 Jews and Christians in France to convert to... I would be happy to live a good life of example that at least one person can say, wow, that guy has convinced me that, you know what, let me actually pick up the Quran and read it. Maybe they'll convert, or maybe they'll become Muslim. Welcome back to the channel. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Today's video is about a child who did, I would consider, a miracle. Let's find out how the child did it.
Hi everyone. This true story, which happened more than half a century ago, is about a 10-year-old Jewish child who lived in France. There was an old man who used to work in a shop. This man of Turkish origin lived in France, and his name was Sheikh Ibrahim. He worked in a grocery store selling goods, and many people would usually buy from him. This grocery store was in a building, and in one of its apartments lived a Jewish family. This family had a 10-year-old little boy named Jad. This child would always go to the shop to buy from this old sheikh, and every time he bought something, he would steal small chocolates and hide them among the things. Although Sheikh Ibrahim knew about him, he would always keep silent, with a jovial smile. And in one of the following days, as Jad visited the shop, he forgot to steal the piece of chocolates. So Sheikh Ibrahim said to him, "You steal these chocolates every day, though you forgot to take it today." The child knew that he was guilty and that the sheikh knew about his wrongdoings. He got scared and asked, "Do you know about me?" "Yes, I know," said the sheikh with a smile. Jad then said to him, "What will you do with me? Will you inform the police about me, or will you tell my family?" "No, but I have one condition," said the sheikh. Jad said, "What is it?" Sheikh Ibrahim then said, "My condition is that you don't steal from me or anyone else from today onwards. And if you promise me
That's
this,
a fair trade.
I'll forgive you. I promise you," said Jad. Sheikh Ibrahim said, "Well, then go, and I'll give you chocolates every day without you having to steal it." The child had never felt this type of joy, at least for him. If it were someone else, he would have scolded him, shouted at him, and kicked him out of the shop. But he treated him in this manner. The child loved this old sheikh. He bought things from him every day and would talk and joke with him on the daily.
Goodness.
The child became attached to this sheikh. The years passed and the child grew little by little and became a young man. And as young people in Europe are going through problems, Jad would have the solution for his own problems and hardships. He would turn to whom? To the old sheikh. He would sit down with him and complain and tell him about the worries in his chest. So neither his father nor his mother and friends could benefit him like this sheikh. And when the young Frenchman arrived and sat down, he started to complain about his distress. The sheikh then told him to wait. When he came back, he arrived with a box. He opened the box
Quran.
and brought out a book for him. Jad didn't know the story of this book. Sheikh Ibrahim gave the book to Jad and told him to open any random page. Jad opened the page and told him to go ahead. Sheikh Ibrahim then started to read, and as they read the two pages, he explains them to Jad and finds a solution to the problem through the two pages. As Jad was wondering what this book was, he thought to himself, if I had a problem and opened any two pages, I would find the solution. One day, as Jad visited the shop, he realized that the sheikh was absent. Jad asked about him and discovered that he was sick and in the hospital. It was only a few days ago when that man, Sheikh Ibrahim Al-Turki, died that day.
Wow.
Before he died, he told his children to not open the books and instead give it as a gift from me to that young man whose name is Jad, and say to him, "This is a gift from Sheikh Ibrahim." When young Jad came sadly to console his friends and the children of Sheikh Ibrahim, they took to him to his side and told him, "Our father gave you a gift before he died." He hadn't known that it was the Quran. As days and weeks passed, Jad would fall into trouble and hardship. But this time he didn't know who to turn to. Sheikh Ibrahim had died. Whom should I go to? Jad remembered the gift and went to the box and opened it and took out the book. Jad didn't know until now that it was the Quran, but he didn't know how to read it. He went with this Quran to search for one of his Arab friends. And luckily he found a Tunisian friend in France who knew Arabic and French. He told him, "This book, I want to read two pages from it. Can you open it and explain it to me?" The man agreed and opened two pages and started to translate it to French. As the pages were translated, Jad started to cry because he found the solution to his problem in those two pages. Jad said in confusion, "What is this strange book?" The man then said, "No, this is our book, a book from God. It is the Quran, the book of Muslims." "To whom is this book?" Jad said. "God sent it down to our Prophet Muhammad and it became a light and guidance for the
Wow.
world," said the man.
Wow.
At that moment, Jad knew that this Quran was the solution to all his problems for many years. Jad then told him how to become Muslim. He told him to repeat after him, "I bear witness that there is no God except Allah, and that Muhammad is the messenger of Allah." Jad officially entered the religion of God, Islam. Jad was in his 20s at that time, and he began to learn Islam and became one of the best scholars to God in Europe. And in a few years, 6,000 people in Europe embraced Islam at his hand.
Wow.
There had been a piece of paper inside the box that Sheikh Ibrahim had gave him. And on the paper, the Sheikh had written a verse which said, "That is my way, I invite to Allah within sight." He then decided to travel to Africa and called himself Jadal al-Qur'ani. He remained for 30 years calling for God, and in those years he converted millions to Islam. Because of whom? Because of Sheikh Ibrahim, the owner of Good Manners and the owner of the shop. Jadallah passed away in 2003, about 20 years ago, and he was the reason for the entry for millions of people to the true religion of God, Islam. The advice I have for you, dear brothers and sisters,
man.
is to read a few pages of this miraculous book, because I am sure it will have a positive impact in your life.
Beautiful story, man. That was really, really touching. You know, that was really something that was amazing, man. Like, it's amazing how these stories just make you want to smile and make you want to go and tell someone, just open up the Quran and read. You know, it just makes you believe in humans again doing good things and them being good people. That was a very beautiful story. It's so sad that he died and he couldn't see his friend. You know, so, but at least his friend didn't leave him with furniture and sweets. The friend left him with something that would carry him for a good lifetime at the Quran, you know. Thank you for watching, guys. Thank you for subscribing. Comment down below, let me know what to watch next, let me know what to react to next. And yes, I am still working on this light situation, and I'm sure the next time you see me I will be still trying to work on it. But as I'm smiling, this beautiful smile is saying that have a good one, and thank you for watching. Thank you for coming. Peace.